Hey, hi, how are you? Welcome back. In case you've been here before, if you haven't been here before, hi, Neil, Ancient. Trying to learn 20 to 25 songs so I can gig at a piano bar or somewhere. Can't read music other than one note at a time instruments. Can't afford lessons. There you go. That's what I got for you. Know the beginnings of a lot of songs because I was on the radio for a long time. And so I know how thousands of songs start. And so when I hear notes or chords or combinations of chords, I think of specific songs. I don't just hear the chord, like like this is, forgive me if you've watched this before, but there's all kinds of it, right? That's a million songs. This, that's mostly one song that I can think of off the top of my head. You just hear something that sounds nice. I hear, okay, here it goes. Bottle of white, bottle of red. Yeah, that's what I hear. And that's how and then I start piecing together where does the song go after that. Like I've got a couple of songs in my head today as I sit down because they've been in my head today, and I don't know. Like for example, I played this right, which is we've talked about this before. It's Let It Be. It's Angel by John Cicada. If you take it a little bit lower, it's Imagine by John Lennon. It's a lot of songs. It's just a basic C chord. It's My Own Way to Rock by Burton Cummings. It's a lot of songs, but it's also this one that I thought of today. And I don't know if I'm going to do this right, but let's see if you figure out what it is before I tell you what it is. Hold on. You don't bring me flowers. Na, 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 na. Anyway, so there's that one. There's another Neil Diamond song, and I know Neil Diamond's whole catalog because I'm named after him. My mom was a huge Neil Diamond fan, and my middle name comes from a British singer. I don't know, maybe I'll get there, but I don't want to get too far off this Neil Diamond thing. Now, hello again. Hello. Oh, no, that's not it. No, that's not it. And then there's, I mean, it's close, but that's not, no. It should go on the list, but it's not there. Then there's another Neil Diamond song from the same movie. Love on the rocks. Ain't no surprise. Just pour me a drink and I'll tell you some lies. Got nothing to lose. That's interesting. Okay, I didn't expect to get that far with it, but then it has all kinds of weird chords in it. So there's those. That's interesting. Hmm. And then this one, a friend of mine helped me remember today what this is. This song has been, and why the song resonates with me, and why it is probably about to resonate with me again in the very, very, very near future, is a subject for an entirely different series. But there's a song from a TV show that has just always struck me as a beautiful, beautiful piece of piano music. And I'll give you a taste of it, and you won't probably remember it, but I do. And it's been in my head like almost every day since this show from the 1970s was actually on the air. But it's, yeah, here it is. And then it goes back around and does it again. I mean, it does way more than that, but that's sort of the melody line of that song. And I've always loved it. And once you hear the rest of it, you're kind of like, there are pieces of music out there that get used in TV shows, in movies, and things like that. I'll give you an example to go on Google or look it up on Spotify or whatever. Um, One of the most beautiful pieces of music I have ever heard in my life is from the movie What Women Want with Mel Gibson and Helen Hunt. And it's a song from the soundtrack that is by Alan Silvestri, and it's called Everything About You. And it's gorgeous. If you know the movie, it's, I believe, it's playing in the background in the scene of the movie where Helen Hunt has her brand new condo, which is as yet unfurnished, and she and Mel Gibson are in the condo in the living room, or maybe it's where the dining room would be, and they're dancing. And this song is on, and the song itself, it's only a very short piece of the song that's there. The full length, like 3.5 or 4 minute version or whatever, is in the soundtrack. And I promise you, you'll listen through it, because one of the things I love about it is you don't even need to have seen the movie. I want someday, like, I don't know, maybe at my funeral or something like that, if anybody shows up, which they won't, for it to be playing with like a slideshow. Because if you listen through it, the song has phases to it, and you can kind of picture. I always picture it as like different moments in a person's life, and the song flows that way. And you think about it, like, there's happy moments, there's serious moments, there's all kinds of stuff in there. It's very, there's a lot of texture and a lot to unpack in that song. And again, it's called Everything About You, Alan Silvestri, from the soundtrack to What Women Want. Trust me, you will be glad that you punched it up. So, the whole point of this exercise is that Burton Cummings song that we've been talking about. And I feel like I'm getting close to the point where it's time to start thinking about trying to sing it. Don't worry, I'm not going to inflict that on you today, because we talked about this before. If this is your first episode, and I know it's taken me 9.5 minutes to get to the point, I can't sing and play at the same time either. I can't. Like, something separates, and my brain can't do all the things at the same time. And so learning how to sing it, but then also being able to learn how to play it and sing it well, because I can sing the song well. I do that. I do it just fine, and I hit all the notes, and I do I would say a pretty decent job singing that song. I'm not going to do a decent job here, especially not in the first few tries, because I can't focus enough on the singing part and the playing part to be able to actually concentrate on getting the vocal right. Does that make sense? I hope it does. So let me just try just the playing it part, and then I mean maybe we'll try singing a verse or something. Just I don't know. Okay. If you've been watching this series up to now, that's the first time I've ever gotten that far just playing it without making a mistake. I didn't make a mistake, which is weird. I've never gotten that far before. Now I'm going to screw it up by trying to sing a verse, okay? And this is you'll get an exact I'm not going to screw it up on purpose. I'm just going to try. And you will see that once I start singing, like that's a very simple rhythm, right? I won't be able to keep it. I won't be able to do all the things and sing it at the same time. I just won't. I know it. And so but I'm going to try. I just know how it's going to go. So let's try this, okay? Okay. Never been this blue. I never knew the meaning of a heartache. But then again, I've never lost a love before. Somewhere down the road, maybe all those years will find some meaning. I just can't think about them now or live them out anymore. Never lasted so long, no, or through so much, or through so many. I just can't believe I could throw it all away. Sometimes late at night, when there's nothing here except my old piano, I'd almost give my hands to make you see my way. I'm not going to do the chorus because the chorus is up the octave. Okay. I kind of sang it a little. Like I know how I sing that song. You don't, because you've probably never heard me sing it, and that's wow. I'm okay with how that went. I mean, I'm not. That's not how it needs. It's not good enough to It's not ready for Broadway by any means. But I don't hate that. I'm surprised. I'm really surprised. Okay. I'm gonna leave it there because I don't want to ruin it. I don't want to ruin the song or ruin my memory of this session by trying to take it further. That's good enough for today. I like that. Hmm. there's that Billy Vera song that I really wish I knew how to play. What's some of the other ones that I'm like? There's a million that I've thought of, and I know what they all are. I'm at the point where I'm trying to prioritize. Okay, once Stand Tall is okay-ish. You know, I hmm, yeah. Oh, what's that other? What's the Supertramps? Breakfast in America. How you know it starts like it's that's not it obviously, but it's I forget how it starts. I'm gonna look that up for next time. How does it start? Um, there's just a lot. There's a lot I wish I could play. I wish I could. I wish I could make you glad you came. You know, like I wish you could get to the end of the episode like I do and be like, wow, I'm glad I watched that. You're here for accountability. I'm not under any illusions that you are being entertained by this. What was the other? What was it last time? Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Girl, tell me only this, that I have your heart for always, and you want me by your side, whispering the words, I'll always love you. And forever. And forever. I will be your lover. And I know if you really care, I will always. I don't think I've tried to sing this one yet, have I? I know it sounds funny, but I just can't stand the pain. Girl, I'm leaving you tomorrow. It seems to me, girl, you know I've done all I can. But see, this is what I'm talking about. Like, I can play the chords. So if it was just a sing along with the chords, okay. I know it sounds fun. I know it sounds funny, but I just can't stand the pain. Girl, I'm leaving you tomorrow. Seems to me, girl, you know I've done all I can. You see, you begged, stole, and I borrowed. No, ooh, that's why I'm easy. Okay, but if I try to do what the piano is actually doing in the song, which is that back and forth, right? By the time pain comes along, pain is being inflicted upon the listening audience. But it's something to work on for next time. That was good. You know what? I'm happy that progress is continuing to be made on the Burton Cummings song. Have to learn that one. Thanks for hanging out today. I appreciate it. It means a lot.